Start by giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, and a double honor to the elders and apostles, a great millstone for pushing this truth. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai being who the world ignorantly calls, or willingly calls Christ, or Jesus Christ, or Yo Play Yoga, or whatever people names people keep coming up with, people want to call each other. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 14. Thou shalt be blessed above all people. There shall not be male or female barren among you or among your cattle. And the Lord will take away from thee all sickness, and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt, which thou knowest, upon thee, but will lay them upon all them that hate thee. Now this is right when our forefathers and their women and children were coming out of Egypt, passing the Suez Canal, which the Egyptian military base currently is controlling at this time, and they're becoming a part of BRICS Bank, and BRICS Bank is strategically picking who they're allowing to be in there. Because as to date, they've rejected Belarus. But Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 15, and the Lord will take away from thee all sickness, and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt, which thou knowest, upon thee, but will lay them upon all them that hate thee. So all of these diseases that's coming out now, since we're in the last days, all these diseases that's coming out right now, they're about to fall upon all of them that hate the elect, men, women, and children that call on the name of Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Verse 16, and thou shalt consume all the people which the Lord thy God shall deliver thee. So when it says consume all the people which the Lord thy God shall deliver thee, it's talking about the other nations. It's talking about Esau, Edom as well. All right, there's no fucking mercy for Esau. All right. Verse 15, and the Lord will take away from thee all sickness, and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt, which thou knowest, upon thee, but will lay them upon all them that hate thee. Now we're in spiritual Egypt right now, and we're in the time of an explosion of so-called viral and bacterial and fungal infections, and STDs, let's be more specific, sexually transmitted disease as well. So a lot of interior and exterior damage is being done to humans and animals and creatures in the ocean all across the planet right now. Right? Mass judgment is going out like never before. Book of Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 16, and thou shalt consume all the people which the Lord thy God shall deliver thee. Thine eyes shall have no pity upon them. So in the kingdom, all nations will be in the kingdom of heaven, which will be established on earth, as written in the scriptures. All nations will be under the subjection of God, whose name is Yahweh, and under his son, whose name is Yahweh Shai. And there will be no mercy for Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. There will only be mercy for the Israelites, the 12 tribes, regardless of what race they look like. So if it make you feel better, there'll be some, well, maybe not when everybody get there, but if it make you feel better, when the kingdom of heaven is established, there'll be some Israelites that look like Edomites, so-called white people. So you still get the hug your look-alike buddy or whatever, however the hell you feel. You'll be all right. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 17. If thou, Deuteronomy 7, verse 16, if thou shalt consume all the people which the Lord thy God shall deliver thee, thine eyes shall have no pity upon them, no mercy for Esau. All right? And Yahweh comes back and destroys things how we know it. It's no mercy for Esau, Edom. Just deal with it. Right? Matter of fact, I'm about to show you how it's gonna be for Esau Edom. And maybe it's because this entity had a dress on. It went this way. Either way, it's the will of the Lord. Not a sparrow falls out in the sky unless Yahweh Shem Yahushua sanctions it.
I hit the pool with my chair. I've been waiting on this.
Y'all better stop with that chair.
Good boy.
Like, it's your best bet to just walk away. I'm confused. You had no business telling her to shut up.
Come on. Oh, you did nothing. Come on. I'm waiting on you. Look, what you not about to do is try to get me arrested. So come on, you gotta swing.
See, so that there alone is a reminder and a clue to pay these women no mind with their mouth. All right, they can't beat you. They gotta call somebody. All right, don't worry about their mouth. Just remind them that they can't beat you. All right. They can beat you, to go ahead and say, go ahead, beat me up. You can't beat me. But don't say that. I'm just trying to make it make sense. All right? Women are all talk. That's what the problem with these men now. They do a lot of talking like women, letting all of their emotional anger out. When in prison, I heard in prison, it's a saying. We either gonna fight, fuck, or make up. We ain't making up. And we ain't fucking. So we fighting. We ain't talking. The option was not talk. That's the whole point. The option ain't talk. We fighting, fucking, or making up. Now that's a weird saying to have in prison. But there's only one option out of the three. I don't even know why all three are option. But there's only one option. Fighting.
So that way I'll be justified when I whoop your ass.
Like, literally, just walk away. Just walk away. Like, are you kidding me?
You're going to go down just like that box, Esau.
Like, what the...
That was straight self-defense. And the woman literally laid out the blueprint that can get you from point A to point ass whooping. She says, now, I'm not going to go to jail. So that means you have to actually come and swing at me first.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, Deuteronomy 7:16. And thou shalt consume all the people which the Lord thy God shall deliver thee. Thine eyes shall have no pity upon them. All right? So, James chapter 2, verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy. Esau Edom, you're going to get way worse judgment than that. All right? No mercy. She wish she had a chair. All right, that show it no mercy. Who showed no mercy? Esau Edom, the so-called good old Johnny boy. All right, went all around the world showing no mercy. Showing no mercy. Now he's receiving judgment with no mercy. All right, by the hand of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and the hand of Gog and Magog being the defense to all the other nations. All right, Russia is being a defense to all the other nations. Esau is defending all the other nations against Esau. You can't make this up. James chapter 12, verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy that have showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. All right. Know the mercy that we've been getting, and Lord willing that we receive in the end is gonna rejoice off of the judgment of the one that showed no mercy. Psalms 144, verse 1, a psalm of David. Blessed be the Lord, my strength. So the strength is the Lord. All right, the strength of the king is the Lord. The strength of the Israelite is the Lord. The strength of the Israelite man is the Lord. The strength of David is the Lord. King David is the Lord. The strength of his house is the Lord. The strength of the house of David is the Lord. Which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. Psalms 144 and 1. A psalm of David. Blessed be the Lord, my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. It's getting crazy out here, y'all. Look at how it started.
Yo. Hey, yo.
It's always easy to say what somebody could have done, huh? It's getting bad out here, y'all. You women sitting around, strange men on the tree. You don't know these men. Demons is on them. They fighting each other. You see what the demons did to each other. All right? You don't know what's on. That's why all that talk. What is all that talking for, man? You did all that talking to just get your head, to get the back of your head and the front of your head, some immediate attention from an elbow, and a subway train fiberglass, and you just had to sit there and think about it while somebody else defending you. Horrible. 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men and women, whether it be a chair, grocery store, little food incident. It wasn't even no food involved. In the grocery store, no food involved, and they fighting over the food. All right, not fighting over the food, fighting over you should have never said nothing to him or something like that. Something like that. Esau Edom, the king of Bidenville. All right, Esau Edom, the king of Bidenville, wanted to tell this, I don't know what the hell that was, man. It could have been it's up for speculation, all right? As far as whatever she would want to, whatever that entity would want to call itself, identify as. 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Excuse me. So they acting like this on the train and in the grocery store on the so-called good old days, last of the good old days. You can't tell me it ain't getting sweeter and sweeter by the second. 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 9. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. We haven't even seen lack of bread and great tribulation as to come in the days to come. And look at what we're seeing as far as just those two videos with complete chaos on the train. Which I'm not saying that don't happen, but these are days like never before. Right? These are days like never before. And it only gets worse and worse and worse from here. I'm not saying fights in the grocery store don't happen. I asked Ambassador about the details on that. I wasn't there. But I will say that man, it was nice to see Esau go down like that, man. I don't care if he was acting or not, man. You go down, the box go down. That's what I'm talking about. I wonder who fell first, Esau or the box. Who hit the canvas first, Esau or the box, man. It's about to be great tribulation out here. They're gonna be that. It's gonna end up being like that over that box, in the days to come. Zechariah chapter 14, verse 3. And it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor. And his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. Edomite just walked past real fast, caught me off guard. I'm like, wait a minute, this looks like a normal Edomite. Too close. The book of Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. And I will set Egyptian against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom. So it's going to actually be like that on trains. It's going to be like that in grocery stores. It's going to be like that on the streets. And I ain't worried about none of it. I just don't got time for it. Don't want to be there. But I ain't worried about it. Isaiah chapter 3 verse 5. And the people shall be oppressed, everyone by another, and everyone by his neighbor. The child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient, and the base against the honorable. Now in Bidenville, the base was that thing in the so-called dress looking thing. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call that no more. But that's not the case. And then it may seem as though it may seem as though she was a child against the ancient. Definitely the way he was swinging, or whoever's little scoot around chair that was, I don't know whether that's her scoot around chair or if that's his scoot around chair, because she went to the chair. I don't know what's going on around here. All right, but this is how crazy it is out here. People with the scooter chair, women with the getting off the scooter chair, knocking down old people, good old folk, good old. I can't say it. I can't even joke like that. You know I want to, but I'm right next to this fire station. It's just gonna get worse, man. It's just gonna get worse.
Crazy conspiracy theorist, but that is the sun going down over there. Am I correct about that? Now look at this. Directly behind me. What is that? I'm not a flat earther by any means, but that and that can't both be the sun. So what the hell is happening? There's nothing moving behind those clouds. It's just a big bright ball. And then that's the sun going down in the west by the ocean. So what the fuck?
The book of Luke chapter 21 verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift your heads, for redemption draweth nigh. And he spake to them a parable. Behold, the fig tree and all the trees, when they now shoot forth, ye see and know of your own selves that summer is now nigh at hand. This parable is referencing the prophecies that were written before time, and the prophecies that Yahweh Shah explained to the disciples, who later became apostles and who are back on the earth today. Verse 30, when they now shoot forth, ye see and know of your own selves that summer is now nigh at hand. So likewise ye, when ye see these things come to pass, know ye that the kingdom of Yahweh is nigh at hand. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass away till all be fulfilled. That's reincarnation. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. And we see that to be true until this day. The words are still here. All right. So we're coming into unusual times. It's gonna be an unusual video. Everything's not gonna be true. Damn, what was it I want to talk about? Oh yeah. Bricks Bank. I don't got time. I gotta something I was supposed to be take care of. Bricks, well, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But Bricks Bank, yeah, I gotta do this. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Let me tell this. Bricks Bank, January 1st, because of all of these, because of the two oil companies that not oil companies, because of the two, because of Saudi Arabia and the Arab Emirate AEU or EUA or some acronym that represents the Arabs. Because they just signed with BRICS. The stipulation was because their application got accepted by BRICS. I said sound like it's a record deal. Because their application just got accepted by BRICS. The stipulation was January 1st, they have to stop selling their oil in petrodollar. I believe it's yuan was the chosen currency for the Chinaman about to be doing good, huh? But so they're gonna stop using the petrodollar to sell their oil. With that being said, January 1st should be the complete utter destruction and collapse of the so-called what we've known to call as dollar. And I'm not saying what's gonna happen or anything's gonna happen, but there will be no more dollar backing, being backed by the petrodollar, the world reserve currency, as of date. But it's not being enforced by the countries that signed with BRICS. And BRICS nations have about, I would say, I would guarantee about 40% of the GDP of the world is through the BRICS banks economy. So they'll be fine. And those that Yahweh and Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai don't care about at this present time will not be fine. When I say care about, I mean care about saving them from nuclear destruction, because the ICBM missiles are going to be shot over here from Russia and Kim Jong-un. I want to say Kim Jong-un. I like saying that better. And Chinaman, Russian man, Kim Jong-un, and little baby ain't going to make it. Shalom.